Good morning, I'm Dr. Reese Halter, and you're listening to Earthcast, SOS.com. Yesterday, Japan gleefully announced that its bloodthirsty Southern Ocean whale fleet had returned with 333 minke whales, of which 200 were pregnant. Oh! Japan plans on repeating this cruel, needless, and cunning massacre of 3,667 more sentient Southern Ocean piked whales for another 11 consecutive years. In 2014, the International Court of Justice at The Hague found Japan guilty of faking science in order to commercial whale in the Antarctic Ocean. Last year, the Australian Federal Court fined Japan for whaling inside the Australian quadrant of the Southern Ocean Whale Sanctuary. Japan refuses to abide by the world and Australian court rulings. And so they intend on conducting ecocide without any retribution. Japan does not own the Antarctic Ocean. In fact, it belongs to the commons, every citizen of Earth. The oceans are in terrible trouble. They're supercharged with man-made heat, which has disrupted some cold water currents from carrying iron and nitrogen to the surface to regrow phytoplankton, the basis of the entire marine food web. That phytoplankton also supplies each of us with almost 2 out of every 3 breaths of air. The oceans are missing 40% of their oxygen-bearing phytoplankton. The filter-feeding whales, like blues, humpbacks, fins, minkies, and many others, are performing an essential life-sustaining process by fertilizing the seas with their flocculent fecal plumes or poop rich in iron and nitrogen. The filter feeders have a crucial role in healing our ailing oceans by creating more phytoplankton, which enriches ocean habitat and invigorates the atmosphere with more oxygen. Due to burning climate-altering, subsidized fossil fuels since 1985, Earth's atmosphere has lost 589 oxygen molecules per every 1 million oxygen molecules in the atmosphere. That's almost enough to slightly begin disrupting sleep patterns. In the last ice age, the Pleistocene, the newest and smallest member of the filter feeders, a little 14-ton piked whale known as minke, was produced. It's the Southern Ocean minkies that Japan is plotting to diabolically destroy. The Japanese population no longer has a palate for whale meat. They have, in fact, haven't had one since the early 60s. It's a long time ago. So the only whaling company, which is owned by the government of Japan, forces whale meat into the Japanese school lunch program. But even that program cannot accommodate over 6,000 metric tons of stored whale meat in addition to new slaughtered whales from both the North Pacific and the Southern Ocean annually. Japan is attempting to force the whale-friendly European Union to accept its stockpiled commercial whale meat in a pending new trade agreement. The truth is, ladies and gentlemen, that we need every filter-feeding whale on our globe alive, fertilizing the ocean and generating oxygen. Because by 2023, the United Nations predicts 8 billion people on Earth. Currently, there are 7.4 billion. That's an additional 600 million people requiring oxygen to breathe. I predict that my friends and colleagues in the Whales Navy, Sea Shepherd Australia, that's seashepherd.org.au, will protect the minkies of the Southern Ocean Whale Sanctuary next year in their sleek custom vessel, soon to set sail in the 7 seas. Hashtag save nature now. Hashtag love nature. Hashtag love is the solution. Earthcast SOS depends upon you, the listeners. So come on to drreese.com, D-R-Reese, R-E-E-S-E.com, and make it happen by clicking on the donate button and make a generous donation. Or pick yourself up any number of splendid books on bees, trees, seas, or wild weather. Just do it. drreese.com. I'm Earth Dr. Reese Halter, reminding you to protect our planets.